Hey, I'm Singh, and today I'm going to be reviewing the beautiful Indian FTR 1200 in our tall rider reviews. I took a poll here on YouTube, and this is the bike you guys chose to be edited first. So the people have spoken, and I have heard. Here's your review. This is my first experience with any Indian brand motorcycle. I have never ridden one or considered to even buy one. But after riding this bike, this bike is definitely added to my list. By the way, has anyone seen that list? It's got names of every single motorcycle ever manufactured because I want every single one of them. Jokes aside, I did truly enjoy riding this bike. I have partnered with Pit Cycle in Warrendale, PA, and I would love to thank Greg for providing me this motorcycle to review for you guys. And if you're ever in the market for a KTM, Indian, or Royal Enfield, please check them out. They're amazing people to work with. Also, if you have any suggestions on other bikes they have, please let me know in the comment section below. All right, let's dive in and talk about the FTR 1200. Thank you for tuning in. Before we get too ahead of ourselves, as always, this review series and most of my content on my channel is designated to tall riders and their comfort on the motorcycle, and other motorcycle related content like gear, how that fits, parts that will make the bike comfortable, etc. I still create other content like motovlogging and ride reviews, so I've got something for everyone. Please consider subscribing to this channel. Let's get right into it. I'll start with my dimensions. I am 6'5", 194 pounds. Yes, I did lose 4 pounds since my last video, and I am pretty damn proud of myself. Anyways, I have an inseam of 34. I wear 34 in jeans. For my arms, I wear a sleeve size 36, and for my shoes, I wear a size 13. So hopefully that gives you enough information to compare yourself to my size. With that out of the way, let's jump into the fit of the bike. To see me ride this bike to get a better idea of the fit, stay tuned till the end. I did some drive-bys as well as some circles in the parking lot recording myself, so stay tuned to watch some of that. Alright, starting from the top. Man, this bike is spec'd out. It's got pro taper handlebars, which gives you that dirt bike feel, less sweep, wider bars, and this bend is a bit on the lower side as well, so it's not, one of those taller dirt bends. But these are pretty comfortable. My arms are slightly bent, and I found this position to be very comfortable. All the controls on the bars were easily accessible. The turn signals, the honk, etc. Not a problem at all. But you know what surprised me the most about this bike? It has cruise control. Oh my God. I was not expecting that at all. It's great that it has it, and I think every single bike that has ride-by-wire should have a cruise control, especially sports bikes, man. It's if every single sport bike had a cruise control, you would not be afraid of taking long distance trips on those. I know a lot of people still do, but many don't because of that back pain over a long distance haul. So cruise control should be standard on every single bike, especially sports bikes. It also has brembo brakes and brembo master cylinder, which comes with Brembo's adjustable brake lever. So I had no problem making them fit for my hands, and adjustable levers are such an overlooked safety. Everybody should have a good adjustable lever that fits your fingers properly to give you that maximum braking strength. Clutch lever on the other side on this bike was not adjustable, but I personally found them to be in a perfect spot. right where I like it to be, not too far, not too close, in the perfect zone for me. So honestly, no major complaints about the upper body or the arms by any means. Let's work our way down to the legs. The FTR is on the taller side, which always makes me happy. I believe the seat height is reported to be between 32 or 34 inches, so I can still pretty much easily flat foot the bike. But I did not take a measuring tape with me, but I'm going to start doing that from here on out. There is some good, some neutral, and some bad news about the lower body's riding position. So why don't we start with the good? Our knees pretty easily clear the engine mounts in the front, which is where any crash protection would mount to. I've seen that to be an issue on many other bikes, but not on this bike. You can protect your bike and also not hurt your knees. Wow, we're living in 2020, guys. So now something neutral. The knee angle is super aggressive on this bike. I was pretty surprised, but here's a side-by-side with the R1 I recently reviewed. And you can see the knee angle is pretty much identical. So if you are not used to riding in this position, you will definitely notice it and will find it uncomfortable. Me, on the other hand, I don't mind it at all. I've owned sports bikes, and I find this riding position to be pretty comfortable. You can also buy a set of aftermarket rear sets and lower the pegs a bit, and that will improve the knee angle. So then with the bad. I don't understand why manufacturers don't think about this. I come across this issue all the time. As I mentioned, I wear shoe size 13, and as you can see, when I pull my foot back, it comes in contact with the foot peg. The seating position on this bike encourages you to ride a bit more aggressively, and when you're doing that, you would definitely come in contact with the foot pegs. You would want to be on your toes. You would want to be pulling your feet back, and every time you do that, you're gonna come in contact with the passenger pegs. I completely forgot to look if you can remove the foot pegs easily, but looking at this picture closely, it does look to be bolted separately onto the frame. So I do believe you can remove it, but please don't quote me on that. I unfortunately did not take a passenger with me to test the rear seat out, but it seems to be a pretty standard seat, and the passenger pegs aren't extremely high as the MT10, for example. I think the average height passenger would find this seat fairly comfortable and could ride in some short distances. As promised, here are some of the clips of me riding the bike. I did some drive-bys, some hard braking, some circles, etc. So take a look. think that about wraps up this video. As always, please leave your questions in the comment section below. I always get back to every comment, every question on all my videos, so please don't hesitate. If you have suggestions, please also leave them below. This dealership has KTM, Indian, and Royal Enfield, so if anything that interests you, please let me know and I'll get my hands on one. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and liking the video. That just helps the YouTube algorithm and it will recommend this video to some other fellow tall riders like you and myself. So please don't hesitate to like, and I appreciate your time. As always, have a safe ride and I'll see you guys on the next one.